everybody, and welcome back to Bridging the Gap. I am Jaleesa.
And I'm Bridget.
And I'm Jasmine.
And we combine make up Bridging the Gap. First off, I want to thank our longtime followers and listeners for joining us on today's show. As you guys know, typically this would be a live show, but with me being in school and everything we have going on, this show had to be recorded, but that does not mean we do not want to hear feedback or see participation or just get input on any of you guys' remember wins, which is the topic of our show today. Today we're gonna take people back as we reminisce on some fun and nostalgic remember wins, and hopefully we take you guys back as well. So on that note, I don't believe we had any comments or questions from our previous show. So we are gonna hop right into it. And I thought it would be a good idea to let Mama start it off, and then we'll bounce back to me, and then we'll hear from Jasmine looking so cute, and that's gonna be that. So on that note, Mama, why don't you start us off with a remember when?
So I was sitting here thinking about this. Remember when schools had kitchens and cooks, and the cooks used to cook real meals made out of real food in the kitchen. Now, I remember being in, I want to say, elementary and also junior high school. And every Wednesday now I didn't eat breakfast at school, I ate breakfast at home, but every Wednesday I ate breakfast at school because it was cinnamon roll day. And we had the best cooks, and they would make homemade cinnamon rolls. And so everybody would eat breakfast at school on Wednesdays because we already knew we were going to have homemade cinnamon rolls. But that's just crazy how times have changed. But yes, I remember that.
So you remember, okay, so you asked, do we remember when? So I don't remember us having cooks, because by then I think everything was prepackaged. But what I will say, and Jasmine can probably attest to, one thing that we did have, and I think these were prepackaged too, but we had the best chocolate chip cookies. You remember those cookies that were like a little underdone and raw in the middle? But man, when I say people used to steal those cookies, they were so good. I want to say they were like 99 cents, right?
Yeah, they wasn't that expensive.
And I've yet to taste another cookie that tastes like those.
That's how I feel about those cinnamon rolls. They used to make, and when I say we will be killing ourselves getting to the cafeteria in the morning because we already knew. And if they had some left over, they would give them to us again at lunchtime. That would be our dessert. And we had real plastic trays with the little squares in them, and each square had food in it, and it was real food. Like they were for real cooks, and they used to cook. They got started right after breakfast, and they would start cooking, and we would have real hot food for lunch.
Oh yes, yeah, I
bring that back.
We didn't get that.
Yeah.
I wish they would bring that back.
Yes.
I know. You know what? I wonder if they offer that like in private schools or whatever. Because I know public schools you can have.
But I would think for private school they would have it. You know,
I would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my remember when is I remember when people went on real dates and like actually put thought and effort into it. Not that people don't go on real dates now, But remember, like when a guy would call you. I remember my first date. I was invited to go to a movie. I was called. I was asked. I want to say it's maybe a Monday or a Tuesday. Like, do you want to on Friday night go, to the movies and maybe get some dinner? And I was like, yes. I want to say I was 16, but it was really nice, and it was something I looked forward to all week, and I got all dressed up and everything. And I don't see people do that as much anymore.
And to take it like a little step further, like I'm sure mama's generation probably had this, but like when you would see on movies where they would talk to the parents first, like yeah no more. It's like nobody include mom or dad anymore.
No
anymore. It's you know what, and I was now that you mentioned that, I was thinking about that earlier today too. It's weird how you knew people and you really had no fear of bringing somebody over your house, because I have had a couple of guys, come in and meet, my mother and father without any fear. Like, this is where I live freely. Most of the time they knew where I lived anyway, especially if it was the ones that I grew up with. But it's weird how times have changed. Wait, do you remember when people used to exchange phone numbers?
Yeah.
A man would ask you for your phone number.
Yeah, no, we don't get that too much anymore.
No.
One of my favorite is like home ec. Do y'all remember like in school?
Yes.
Home ec actually cook and like bake and like make real stuff. Like they don't do that anymore.
And so we learned how to sew at home ec.
Wood shop.
Yes, all of that. Yeah. The best home ec story I have, which I will never forget this, at high school, we had a teacher named Miss Tomlinson. And I went to school, just to preface this a little bit. I went to school in Arkansas, partially growing up. And so we had a home ec teacher, her husband, I'll never forget this, her husband was the president of the bank, like First Bank of Arkansas or something like that. But anyway, make a long story short, she was this little skinny redhead lady, and she was so much fun. We had a shopping plaza right literally behind the high school, and she would let us do anything in home ec. Like there was no set curriculum. Like we sewed and we cooked, and that was it. Anything else she let us do. So I'll never forget, I had some classmates who were drinking in high school and smoking. And so they done fooled around and got high and got the munchies, and asked Miss Tomlinson, could they go to the Piggly Wiggly behind the store? Behind that school, and get some chocolate chip cookies to bake. And she let them do it. We had open campus, and she let them do it. Really? But they would do that all the time. I'll never forget one time she had like that. I did too. Yeah. She had somewhere to go, like her and her husband was going to some kind of formal thing, and she said she never wore makeup, and so one of the girls knew how to apply makeup, so she let us go to the drugstore to buy this makeup. What we know about Caucasian skin? We done brought back some black people makeup, okay? We had homegirl looking like she was in a minstrel show, okay?
Oh man.
But it was, y'all probably had the time.
But we had when I said we had so much fun, oh my gosh, I will never forget her for as long as I live. She was one of the best teachers I ever had. Yeah. She really was. She was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I remember home ec. It's so funny because home ec, and we started like six.
Yeah, mine was in middle school.
And I remember we made pajamas, and then we cooked cakes.
Y'all didn't make the
sack, the bag.
Yeah, we made a sack, and we also made an apron.
Oh no, we didn't.
No, we didn't make an apron. And we did. I want to say it was like a T-shirt, and I think it was a bag.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what
they pancakes.
They don't have home ec no more. They don't have anything.
And honestly, truth be told, now that I see people making their own clothes and it's blowing up on TikTok, I'm like, man, I wish I would have like. I took home ec seriously and sewing, but I really wish I would have immersed myself into it because I feel like I could have did. I would love to make my own clothes today.
Didn't I see somewhere where they had sewing centers where you can go and sew? They already have the sewing machines there and you can use them.
Oh, if they do, I would love to look into
that. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me come into some money. That is a good idea.
I'm saying.
All right. Okay. And another one. Do you remember when you could call into the radio station and dedicate a song to the one you love, the dedication line?
Yeah, I look forward to that.
You knew they was gonna hear it too.
Oh yeah, you already knew they was gonna hear it. Yes.
Yeah, and then it got a little message. You know, people would call in and apologize for cheating.
Oh yeah. When I first moved down here, they had a radio show like that.
Really?
People would call in and apologize for cheating.
Yeah, I remember the Quiet Storm in Detroit. I used to love the Quiet Storm, and it kind of came on kind of early, like 10.
I want to say, well, down here on the radio, they had a Quiet Storm at 10 o'clock.
Do they? Oh man, I used to fall asleep to. I'm like, man, they would be. I look forward to the Quiet Storm.
Yeah,
but I will. With the dedication line, going back to them being messy, I remember when Confessions came out with Usher.
Oh yeah.
So many men dedicated that and apologized for having babies on the side, which I think is insane now. But they were doing it.
That's actually what put me on the I'll Be Sure. It's like he used to be a host for one of the.
He sure did. Yep, in California, I think he had his own radio show
for like a Quiet Storm or I think
no. And Keith Sweat had a show too. That was
Keith Sweat did have.
Keith Sweat sure did.
The Sweat Hotel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you could sweat.
Yeah, people were calling in. People were calling in on his show too.
Yup. And he used to keep. He was kind of messy.
Yeah, he was.
He loved it.
Yeah, he was messy.
Yeah, he did. But when I say and when people actually listen to the radio, like, because people be locked in. Like,
yes.
Quiet Storm last night. Yeah,
it's kind of sad people don't listen to the radio like that.
Yeah, because it's so, what they call it, payola. You always hear the same things over and over. Now, if you get online, they have a lot of independent, web-based radio shows online that play music like that. It's a lot of them out of New York. They really play some good music.
You know, Cedric, he has a serious subscription, and they actually have a channel now for like new music that's not. It's like on the CD that's not been put. I don't know what kind of contract they have with Sirius, but they're allowed to play music that's not been released, to radio stations. And Cedric was like, he's constantly being put up on new music. He's like, it was such a good investment.
Another thing, I don't know if they still do it, but another thing a lot of artists did too, they would put out music overseas that never got put out in the United States. And how I know is because Johnny Gill had a song called All He Needs to Be. And that was released over in Europe and never got released in the States.
Really? Was it the jam?
Wow. It is the jam.
I figured it was the jam.
Baby. It is the jam. Yeah, I found it on YouTube. So.
Right. Well, look, Jazz, did you have another one?
I do. Okay, y'all remember going to Blockbuster?
Yes.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Movies. And we get the candy on your way to the checkout line.
Yes. And the popcorn.
And be so irritated when you popped in the thing and they didn't remember to rewind
it. Oh, and then like the excitement when DVDs came out because you didn't have to do that anymore.
Yes. DVDs were futuristic.
Yeah.
which is so insane. But don't scratch it. It's over for the. And think how expensive they were. DVDs were so expensive.
They were. They really were.
They were, and then when the Blu-ray came out, they was even more expensive.
Yeah, it was a higher quality. Mm-hmm. And you know what? It's so funny that you brought up Blockbuster because they actually are getting ready to open up a 90s museum for 80s, 90s. I mean, it's gonna be for everybody, but it really they actually have a section set up like Blockbuster with the Blockbuster cassettes and stuff that you can. And it, like, when I say just looking at it, I'm like, man, this takes me back. I want to go so bad. They got a room set up with like the video games and stuff of that, the 90s eras and stuff. It's neat. I'm gonna, if I find the clip again, I'm gonna send it to y'all.
Okay, please, because now I miss Blockbuster.
Yeah. Oh, that was and you know what? Another funny thing about Blockbuster, I didn't know that in the back, where they had the little curtain that they had the other kind of DVD. I never knew that.
I didn't know that.
I never knew that. They kept them in the back.
On the back. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
At all. I hope they wasn't getting their DVDs. Well, not their DVDs, but their VHSs from Blockbuster. I'd be so embarrassed checking out.
So embarrassed. Special section.
Well, I got another one. Remember when? Do y'all remember when we could get our hair and nails done for under $100?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Toes too. Someplace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A fill used to be $10. I remember you get now a fill is $40.
Which is crazy.
I remember when I had a standing appointment with my beautician every 2 weeks, and I think it was $50.
Yeah,
maybe $40.
Yeah, don't price.
And I had a whole hairstyle, hair washed, blow dried, curled, the whole 9 yards. I go and get a haircut, get all my hair cut off.
How much was it?
$100. Because I tipped her. It was $85.
Not for a cut.
For a cut.
Not
for a big
color.
See, yeah, prices.
I did myself for a big chop.
Could you imagine how much it would have been had if you got it?
Oh, that'd have been $200, over $200 if I had to let her color.
Mm-hmm. No, I got mine. Mine was $430, and I tipped her.
$430.
Oh my God! When you had that,
when I got my red.
What? Did you know how? Did you know beforehand it was going to be $430?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
But you know, at that time I was
liquid.
Liquid.
I was all the shot call. Ain't no wrong with it. You're supposed to treat yourself.
Yeah, no, $430. That's why I was like, yeah, that's a one-time only thing.
Yeah, but it is expensive, and like they be getting over.
Yeah,
they really do.
They say that the cost of the products are way more expensive, but it's some beauticians that like have you slightly increased their prices, and their books stay booked up. Mm-hmm. Whereas people that are like, for example, the wigs that they glue down or what have you to install. People charge like $200 to install a wig, and it doesn't even last a whole week
at all.
Like, what do you? Yeah. Like, times have definitely changed.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. And I saw where if you go to, I think his name Jonathan, the celebrity hairstylist, but like regular people can go to him too. Mm-hmm. He charges like $1,000-$2,000 just to glue them wigs on.
Really?
Oh, I know you talking about. Mm-hmm. The girl that's in Atlanta, the razor chick.
Mm-hmm.
To go get a comb over, it's like $1,500.
Which is crazy.
Because that's really what it is. I mean, she works with people without alopecia, and their hair is beautiful. It's beautiful when she gets done with it. But I always question, okay, what am I supposed to do when I get back home? Because she get a lot of people from out of state.
Right.
So what am I supposed to do when I get back home?
Right.
So, maintaining it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Times definitely have changed.
So do you remember when The malls used to be jumping.
Yeah, I miss that.
Yes.
I miss the malls jumping. We went to, let me tell you the closest experience I've gotten to that. Here recently, we went to California Pizza Kitchen. As a matter of fact, it was last weekend because I knew I was gonna have to buckle down with the studying and everything. So I was like, this is our last little hoorah. Not only that, we deserve to treat ourselves. We went to the Mall of Millennia. When I tell you, it's pretty much all name brands, Louis Vuitton, high end, Burberry, Chanel, Christian Louboutin, anything you could think of. When I tell, and believe it or not, the mall was bustling. Like it was a decent crowd.
You know what they get a lot of. So a lot of people come to and on vacation, so they get a tremendous amount of foreigners that come in, people from overseas or whatever, and shop there. So if you notice, it looked like
tags.
And another mall that's like that is Fashion Show Mall in Las Vegas, because it's right there on the strip. That one got a lot of high-end stores as well, usually packed, but it's tourists and like people from out of the country.
Yes, and it felt like I didn't feel it's nothing to it. Security, like everyone you walked past, they had the guys in black standing at the door waiting, like you weren't about to run up in there. And despite it being so packed and so many people, when I tell you, I felt that's the most comfortable I felt in a crowd in a really long time. I didn't feel overwhelmed. Did you?
It was nice. It was a nice crowd, but it wasn't like shoulder to shoulder. You know what I mean? You could walk, and like I remember, like Camila was running ahead. We had to get her, so she wasn't really bumping into people. But it was nice. It really was. It was nice. We had a nice time. I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah. And the food, California Pizza Kitchen.
Oh yeah, their food is good.
Oh, and
and the drinks.
Our bar, our waitress,
when I say them drinks was everything.
Our waitress got a nice tip because we wanted her tip out to the bartender to be nice.
Yeah, he
did us right. He did us a little bit too right.
Cedric had to pour water in his.
He was definitely too right then.
He said, "This man, the devil, like I ain't got to do stuff today."
Yeah, he was wrong.
Yeah, he had Cedric out of there.
That's how you know it's strong.
Yeah, it was funny. Jazz, yo go.
All right, so do you all remember like when families would go out on like family like bike rides and walks and stuff, and you see around the neighborhood groups of families out together? And we actually used to do that in Flint.
I used to love that.
And you see the families just out.
Yeah. Enjoying one another because there were no
phones.
No phones,
no tablets,
or anything like that. Which that's funny because that brings me to my next one. And I know y'all remember this. Do you remember when the whole neighborhood used to get together? We was in Flint and we would go in that field and play kickball. And when I say all the parents and the kids would get out there, like we had so much fun.
We did.
It was a good sense of community.
It was.
It really was.
And
and we would be getting exercise.
So everybody was all fit and little. And then when the parents couldn't get out with us, with the kids, we still played with hide, go seek, we double dutch. Remember the little hand games we used to play, like Lil Sally Walk. That too. And then the Lil Sally walking down the street. She said he didn't know. Like all of that, like
bubble gum.
Yes. And we used to get heated with the bubble gum in the dish. It was just a good time.
It was.
Yeah. It was a lot of laughs, like, and then we used to smell like outside when we came in. My mom was like, y'all gonna get in the bathtub smelling like outside.
Yeah,
it just felt simple. It was like simple but good.
It was. And that man, that's like I said, that's what makes me so sad about our kids, and cause I didn't grow up like that, you know, like it's just, yeah, we did. I feel like, man, I feel like time didn't move as fast either because we didn't have all of the distractions. So we like were in the moment. We lived in those moments.
Yeah. I could have conversations.
Yeah. People had conversations. And
that's a good one.
It is a good one. But yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, we used to have so much fun. We would go play in that field in Longfellow.
Yep.
Down there and play kickball. And the whole neighborhood would come out there.
They would see us out there playing.
And everybody, can we play? Come on, the more the merrier. We used to have a ball.
Yeah, I remember Ballinger Park too. Sometimes
yes,
Ballinger Park.
Yes.
Even if you didn't know a family, like by the time we left, everybody knew each other.
Yeah.
Yep. And made plans to come back and do it again.
Yeah. There was some good times. Dang.
People don't act like that no more.
No.
People really don't
seem as approachable.
No. They really not, because everybody, which leads me to my next one. Do you remember when you could walk down the street and not have to worry about somebody bothering you?
Yes.
Yeah.
You ain't have to worry about cat calling it was nice. You ain't have to worry about getting snatched up.
I was gonna say, and if they did cat call, they wasn't gonna approach you or
but they saw
that.
You weren't interested, they would leave you alone.
I was gonna say, because turning somebody down wouldn't get you killed, like how it will in some instances. I think that's crazy.
Oh, it's sad how it has flipped.
Yes, it really is. Yeah.
You have one?
Yes, another one that I had was, I still remember when people actually remix songs. Like they you know how today somebody will record a verse and they'll just stick it into a song and call it a remix. No, when they remastered the track, the whole lyrics
sounded different.
Yeah. Ooh, Busta Rhymes was good with that.
Yeah. Oh my God. When he did the mix it, bust it, play.
The Touch It remix.
Yes. When he put like Papoose and all of them, and he kept coming out with new versions of it. And so they was like, ooh, like the stuff that excited us back then.
And then he was good version with Mary J. Blige.
Let me tell you somebody who else was good at that, and I hate.
Oh, I know who you about to say.
I know. I already know.
You already know what I'm about to say.
Diddy.
No, the other Pied Piper.
Diddy. R. Kelly.
Diddy. No, Diddy.
Oh, okay, I said Diddy first. Okay, yeah, Diddy. He was good. I Need a Girl Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Diddy put out a remix with Mary J. Blige. She had some matter of fact, I got that CD. I got the download in my phone, the Apple download, but she had a remix album, or the 411 remix,
and he produced it. Yeah. I so hate it.
Because he really did have some hits.
Yeah,
he did have some hits. I just hate he had to go out like that. Like, dude,
man, him, like I said, him and the Pied Piper, because I used to love R. Kelly's remix.
Yeah, R. Kelly did good too with his.
Yeah.
Juicy Fruit, the way he did Juicy Fruit for the Biggie song is.
Yeah. He used to do his thing. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
A moment of silence for the victims.
Yeah. Y'all both just breathed in and out at the exact same time.
Yeah, there was good music. Like Diddy really did.
And then I don't even want to go there. Well, another one. I don't know if y'all remember this, but when a man used to ask you to go steady. They were like, hey, we've been talking a while, feeling you feeling me. Do you think you can be my lady?
I ain't heard steady in a long time.
I say the 1950s.
Well, be my lady.
Okay,
Yeah.
be my lady. We're not
No steady.
I'm sorry, I didn't know Sarah Jones was participating in this podcast tonight.
Oh, I'm channeling my ancestors tonight.
See. Wait a minute. What that means? I'm yelling at ass to go steady. And if I was, I'd be
You
like,
would know how to act.
like, how old are you, dude?
Oh my God.
But that's good. You know what? But in all
I
Or
seriousness,
courting.
and
We don't court women anymore.
yeah, I agree,
I
and
do that now.
I do miss men asking you to be their girlfriend.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Because now it's just, y'all talking, it's just the song we together.
Yeah.
Until somebody says, are we
What
together?
are we? Yup.
No, we're not together.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to put a label on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's just
Oh.
go. Yeah, let's just go with the flow.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna put no
Oh,
label on.
when I say a go with the flow, instant block.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like, because
What
I
you grown
feel
to
like
go on with the flow.
not only that, I feel like with the let's not put a label on it. That's your way of keeping things open, so you still do you. And then if I find out about it, I get upset.
Well, we not in a
never said we was
relationship.
together.
Yeah.
Nah, we
Yeah.
ain't about to play them reindeer games.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Do y'all remember when people used to, like, in the same kind of ballpark of that, would take couple photos and have like little backdrops?
Yes.
I always wanted to do couples
I know.
photos.
People still kind of do them. I know some people that take couple photos
With the airbrush background and like they go get the matching outfits.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what? I think that is such a Detroit thing. Remember when couples used to dress alike?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
That's
I love
exactly
that.
but they still doing Detroit, baby.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing, and I love that. That's one of the things I love about Detroit.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, me and my baby gonna have on. We going to get matching outfits, and we going to the concert.
Yeah, and then
everybody gonna know we together.
I was gonna say, ain't no question about it. And then
ain't nobody mad about it. Like they both wanted to dress up.
They both want to dress up.
And it don't have to necessarily be the same outfit. I love a good color coordination because you'll see that them have on the same color or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring that back.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I would be cheesy and I would bring that back. If I had somebody down like, you want to do couples photos? And he's like, heck, are we there? We're calling JCPenney right now.
JCPenney still take pictures?
They do. They do that, but they're not like that. I think you have
not
to
the airbrush ones, but they do
airbrush. But they do the nostalgic pictures. Yeah. I got one. I said, do y'all remember when $30 would get you dinner and a movie?
Oh
yes. Remember, Mama used to take us to the movies. Like it would be me, you, and her. I would say like for $20.
And you could get popcorn.
And something to drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not no more.
Remember the dollar movies?
Yes.
I
used to love when you took us there. Mm-hmm. And they would have the movies that have been out for a while and you want to go see and go have a time at the dollar movie.
Even matinees are expensive now.
Yes. They're decent price. Wow.
They're like the regular price of what it used to be to go to the movies.
That's crazy.
I hadn't been to the movies. When was the last time we've been to the movies? I hadn't been to the movies.
I cannot think of the last.
I want to say the last movie I went to go see was America.
We did. Me and you went to
Deadpool
versus Wolverine. Yeah, we went to go see it, and it wasn't too bad. I want to say, how much we paid for them?
It wasn't bad, maybe 30 for both of us.
Or yeah. Well, yeah. So, but that was with no pop. Did we get popcorn? We did.
Yes,
I ended up getting popcorn.
We had popcorn.
Yeah, but we went. It was a matinee.
It was a matinee, so it wasn't bad. It was about $30.
It was about $30. Yeah,
I'm telling you what it used to be.
Yep. You spot on.
Yep.
And you did just call that show said $30, and now them $30.
That's what it was. Mm-hmm. I have another one.
Okay.
Do y'all remember when? First of all, do y'all remember records?
I do remember. I remember
them, but not
records.
Okay, people used to have album collections.
Uncle Sonny had that.
Yeah, they used to collect albums.
Mm-hmm.
That was way back in the day.
Vinyls are trying to make a comeback.
They are.
I see. I saw that.
Mm-hmm. They are trying to make a comeback.
Yeah. Before, look, let me put a disclaimer on that. Before the blackout, I was seeing them at Target. I've not been in Target since the blackout. So.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, this might be more so a Detroit thing as well, but do you all remember like when car shows were really big?
Yes.
Yes.
Experienced that. Yeah, we did when we were in Detroit.
And back to the Briggs. Remember they were doing stuff in Flint because Cicely and them had that car show at the church.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I think they do it out like in California and stuff. They do car shows, but yeah. They
I know Rick Ross got one.
Yeah. You know what? Speaking of car, that was something else that I used to love is when we would go to the car show in the building, the international.
Show. Yeah.
Remember we used
to the new cars coming.
Yes, and we used to get in them. We used to get in them and sit in them and do stuff like he was really about to
buy
a
what?
car.
You know, me and Cedric and Kavan went to one because they have it. It comes here.
Oh, really?
So we went to one. No, it's not. Yeah. No, the one in Detroit is the biggest one. Yeah. It was a nice size though, but yeah, we went like 3 years ago.
Yep. And remember we used to drive from Flint to Detroit down to the auto show. Then we always get white Castlebergs. Yeah. We couldn't get them in Flint. Like it was just stuff like that. But and then too, the little pamphlets and the stuff that they used to pass out. We used to take pamphlets on the cars. Like we used to really go and buy one. Wasting them people brochures.
That's what they wanted you to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like the spectacles, you know, like the lasers and stuff. It was a production.
It was a production. Yeah. We're gonna have to go back to an auto show.
Yeah. Remember when I don't know if y'all ever had rent, but I rented a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house with a basement for $750.
Oh, that's not bad.
I got one better. That house that we had when we stayed in Flint, the second house we had, my mortgage on Sloan was $600 a month
for a 4-bedroom
house.
Yeah,
I wish.
Yeah. See, when me and Amber were in college, our college apartment, so it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. That was $510 a month, and we split it $255 a piece.
Really? Yeah. Oh my God! I've never had a $500. You know how fast I could have paid off a mortgage.
And that's what I'm sitting here thinking. Like, and just to say. My mortgage now is 3 times that.
Which is crazy.
Another 4-bedroom house that was a
4-bedroom, 2-bath.
4-bedroom, 2-bath. No, it was 1-bath. 4-bedroom, 1-bath with a basement.
Right.
For 600. Yeah. Versus a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, no basement. Same level house. Yeah. Ranch style house.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Ooh, inflation.
Man, it's gonna do it every time.
I'm about to get sad thinking about it. Like $600.
Man,
I have my.
I would have done
my mortgage for 3. That'd have been my mortgage for 3 months versus 1 month,
which is crazy.
Ooh, times.
$600, and they tore their house down. You know the house is torn down.
Yeah, well, both their houses.
Yeah, both our houses tore down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that house, the first house we had, I bought that house on a credit card.
Which is yeah, she told me this like 4 months ago.
I bought that. It was a land contract. I bought that house. That house was $10,000. It was $21,000.
That's crazy.
It was $21,000, and I put $10,000 on the credit card.
Crazy.
That is
like unheard of
Yeah,
today.
you definitely can't get you a house on a credit card today.
No, unless it's a black card.
Unless.
Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy when you sit back and think about it. Like, dang, times really have changed.
They didn't change,
and not better.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
That's crazy that the house was like what you pay for a car these days.
Right.
Like not even like a really crazy
on land contract. But you know, it was a lot of work had to be put into it. It had to be rehab.
Right.
But even Cedric did all of that.
Yeah,
like
I love that house.
Yeah, I did too. I was scared of the basement.
Yeah,
I never did wood on that basement.
Basement.
Yeah, you never let us
somebody living in that basement for all I know. I never went down there.
Yeah, what basement wasn't for me. But
and I had a dream about that house not too long ago, which is scary in itself.
Right.
Speaking of that house, I do have a remember when.
Okay.
Y'all remember when y'all got me the hamsters, but y'all forgot that y'all did not get the salt lick for the hamsters though. So they ended up dying and it was my birthday present.
Yes.
The hamster needed salt lick. I remember that hamster ate through my brand new furniture.
Oh, that was
that was at the other house.
A different one.
That was at Salone Street.
Yeah, that's long.
We could hear it.
But the first time, y'all bought me like 6 or 7.
Yep, and we couldn't figure
all
out
of them died.
They kept dying, and then mom was like, when she read up on it, like, oh, they need salt lick. We like the trauma. Like they didn't tell you this when you
Look, for the 6th time when I walked in there and said my daughter's hamster died. No, they didn't. They did not. I did not know that they needed salt lick.
Yeah, they sure do.
Mm-hmm. It was a big old cage.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, they can go through the little cage. And
they wait until we went to sleep and break out.
Those hamsters was smart. They knew how to lock the cage and get out. They were smart.
They were very smart.
Very. And then my last one, I said, remember when clubs were popping? Mm-hmm. Clubs were the place to be. I remember people got like literally put effort into their outfits, hair, nails. Like it was a big deal. Like if you made plans to go to a club on Friday, you was doing whole shebang, hair, nails, everything was gonna be there for the club.
I couldn't go unless my hair and my nails was done.
And you know that you clubbed right if you went in there with your hair looking top notch and you came out like you jumped into a pool. Mm-hmm. You did the club right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got another one. Y'all remember like when you could just show up to a cookout, like you didn't have to really necessarily know people at the cookout, but everybody was just so friendly
and welcoming.
Yeah, you want to play?
Yeah.
Get you a play. Johnny, get you a play. Or all you had to say was, "Hey, what up, guys?"
Yeah. Come on, get you a play. If food wasn't as expensive, so people was happy for you to come eat. And then if you only got a little bit, go and get you some more.
And make sure you take a plate.
Yeah. They wanted you to take a good to-go plate. Now, no more.
I miss cookout. I have not been to a cookout, and I don't know when.
Look, since I was with that,
did a cookout.
That was,
and you was here.
Yeah.
So and the boys was baby. They sure were. Remember, because we laid them in there on his bed.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That was a good cookout, though.
It was. You know what? That's the one thing. Now, that's the one thing I did say I miss about that whole situation. We used to have some fun.
We did, and the laugh.
We had a lot of fun with them, and we ate good.
Yeah. Oh, ate so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah.
And then I wish I would have got some recipes.
I know that's what said. Oh, you know what? He didn't want to come up off.
Girl, how to make catfish stew. When she got that down.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to come up off the recipe.
Speaking of fish, once
I gotta put my
salmon up. Yes.
Definitely do.
So look, that's my list. Oh wait, no, they have one more. Remember when real toys actually came in the cereal boxes?
Oh yeah.
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 I got one. Remember when gas was $1.25?
I never got $1.25, but I do
Ever.
remember. I do remember them saying. Remember when you said gas was? I know it was a time to be had. I'm gonna say,
How cheap do y'all remember?
I remember it being like $1.75, $1.80 when I started driving.
Yeah, that's about mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Fill my tank up with $20.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I remember when I was young, it used to be a penny. It used to be 92 cents because I was like, "Oh, that's my birthday here."
Yeah,
it was cheap. It used to be.
Yeah, it was cheap.
It was very cheap.
It was real cheap. The last one I had was, do y'all remember when men were gentlemen?
Yeah, I missed that. I wouldn't when red pill wasn't a thing, or if it was, it didn't have a cult following.
They were raised. Men were raised by their mothers and their fathers.
Yes, they would open car doors and doors for
and
you.
buy you flowers and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, those were the days.
I got one more.
Okay.
Do y'all remember Old Country Buffet?
Yes.
You know
I do the bread pudding, baby. The bread pudding.
So good. And then
it was
really was.
And it wasn't that expensive.
It wasn't. You know, they all went out of business.
I know. I haven't had a good buffet in a really long time.
Even Golden Corral not as good as it used to be.
No.
The food does not taste the same. So everything is cheap taste.
Yeah.
Oh, and y'all remember when pizza had buffets?
Yes, I remember that.
I
remember that. CC's Pizza, but Pizza Hut had one.
Yeah,
that was
the best buffet. And you could get like that little apple pie.
Yeah. I remember that. Dang.
You own some things.
Yes, she is.
Good ones. Okay, one last one. I remember because now I'm on food. Taco Bell when they had like the retro 90s look, so the cups had like the purple and blue
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember A&W root beer.
Yes.
And they would give you the root beer in the glass mugs.
Yeah.
Y'all making me hungry.
I know. Okay, we're gonna stop.
Okay, last one. McDonald's buffet.
Wait, whose buffet?
McDonald's used to have a buffet.
I don't remember.
They used to have a buffet.
Wow, I didn't remember that.
And I missed out on it.
Me too.
Y'all missed that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow.
All right.
Well, look, Jasmine, you go ahead and look. If nobody else has any remember wins, again, we would love to hear some of you guys' remember wins. And we also would love feedback on, what you guys enjoyed about this show. And I'm going to go ahead and let Jazz close us out. Give us a reminder of when next week's show is about, our schedule, and with the final quote.
Now, usually on Thursdays is when we do our fun show, but today was our fun show and it's airing on a Monday. So I don't want to forget our Tell Us Something Good segment. So, Jaleesa, Mama, you want to tell us something good?
You know what? Oh, no, I got something. Okay, so this week, I feel so blessed because Jasmine's baby was in ICU, and thank God she's home. So that is definitely the something good of all something good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So I agree.
That was gonna be mine too.
Oh, that? She took yours.
Yeah. It's all of ours collectively.
Because I was worried.
Yeah, I was too. So I cannot think of anything better than that.
No. Look, my second, which is not even a close second, I'm gonna say I had a really successful and productive week. In my expedited real estate course. It's been a lot. It's crazy. I miss my kids, but I'm taking it and doing it on stride. And I keep reminding myself this is only temporary. Mm-hmm. I'm bettering myself, so ultimately I can make sure my family is straight. So I am glad, and I'm blessed to even, be in school right now. So that is my something good. And then Jasmine, it's all right to look. We can give extra praise. Go ahead and tell us something good.
Mm-hmm. In addition to Kay being home, that is always like a blessing, like Mama said.
Right.
Something else good is that I have another product testing that I get to do tomorrow. Yes, and it is to try out a sports drink, which is right up my alley with me being so much in fitness. So it's yay.
Yeah, that's definitely up your alley.
Yes. So that is our something good for this week's segment. So for our audience members, please do tell us in the comments down below your something good. We would love to hear it. And we thank you so much for being on this ride with us and staying with us tonight and viewing this episode. And for our next episode, it is going to be a serious topic. Again, Jaleesa is doing her real estate course right now. So we will not be coming back until next Monday, March 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it will be home ownership, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So come on back.
Come on back.
And then last but not least, to share a lovely quote for the evening to tie up everything. Oscar Wilde said, "Memories are the diary we all carry with us."
Yes, I like that. Yes.
Good one as always.
That's a good one.
Appreciate it. Well, ladies, if there's nothing else, then
I don't have anything.
Have a good night, family.
Bye.
Bye.